So let's remove all of this. I'll clear my output. And let's bring back those numbers we did. So we'll do integer a equals 5. Integer, let's move these back a little bit so my code's a little bit more organized. Integer b equals cast integer 2.5 times 2. And double c is equal to 5.0. Okay, so now we're on 3.2. Very, very cool. So now we're going to be doing if statements. And actually, yeah, we'll just do if statements. How about that? So yeah, 3.2 is just on the if statements. And then 3.3 is on if else statements, and 3.4 is on else statements. But we're going to do all of it. Yay, exciting. So we're going to do with these numbers I've created. Remember that from 3.1 we just figured out that a is not equal to b. So that's something to just kind of keep in mind. So let's write an if statement. So let's say if a is equal to c, it's going to print out a message saying they're the same. So let's do if, and then our argument, our condition. If a is equal to c, remember we're using the double equals to test for equivalence. 1 equals gives the same value, it reassigns a value. And then we're going to use a pair of curly braces to write what happens if a is equal to c. And all we want to happen is we just want to print out a and c are the same. Very, very cool. So let's run our code. So if a is equal to c, if 5 is equal to 5.0, is going to print out a and c are the same. And it is, so it's going to print out a and c are the same. Let's write another one. If b is not equal to c, let's do system.out.println b and c are not the same, because we're testing if they're not equal to c. So let's see. Is b not equal to c? It is not equal to c, so it is going to print out b and c are not the same. Let's do one more. If 5.0 is equal to a. Actually, let's do if 5.0 is not equal to a. Now, what we could do is we could do not equals to, but let's just do if not, then our condition. So what this is going to do is it's basically going to see, is 5.0 equal to a? Yes, but this not is going to cancel out and make it false. So what we're going to do is we're also not going to put a pair of curly braces there. You don't have to put a pair of curly braces if you're going to do one line of an if statement. So all we have to do is just indent a little bit, and then we're going to do system.println a is equal to 5.0. Actually, is not equal to 5.0. So that's what we have to do, because we were testing if it's not equal to. So now let's run our code. And I did not put a pair of parentheses, a pair of quotations. So it's just going to do a bunch of random stuff we don't want. Oh my gosh. If a is not equal to 5, print out a is not equal to 5.0. But it is equal to 5, so it is not going to print this out. Oh no, too bad. So sad. Alright, so those are if statements. That's a one-way selection. And it's written when there is a set of statements to execute under a certain condition. And in this case, the body is executed only when the Boolean condition is true. We can also do like 3 is less than 5, or if C is less than D. We can do that as well. And these conditional statements interrupt the sequential execution of other statements. Now, we did if statements. We learned a lot of if statements. Is there an easier way to do this? Yes. There is else statements, two-way selections. And it's written when there are two sets of statements, an if and else statement. And one is to be executed when the Boolean condition is set to true, and another is to set when the Boolean condition is set to false. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So what we're going to do is that we're going to, let's just remove these bottom two. We don't need them anymore. So, we'll just start over. How about that? So we're going to clear this. That's not how you spell clear. Clear. Oh, did I break it? There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is that we're going to write an if statement. I mean, we know how to do this by now. If A is equal to C, it's going to print out A is equal to C, right? Like, you know, A and C are the same. So, you know, we established how to do this already. Now, what if they are not the same? Well, we can just say else. So if A is not equal to 5, or we'll do C, sorry, it is 5. So if A is not equal to C, then it's going to print out A and C are not the same. So it's going to look at this. Is A equal to C? If so, print out they are the same. If it's not, print out they're not the same. But they are equal to C. So it is going to print out A and C are the same. let's do another one. If B is equal to C, print out, B and C are not, B or C are the same. There we go. So if B or C are the same, it's going to print out that. Now what if it's not? We'll do an else statement, and then we'll print out B and C are not the same. So let's see, it's going to print out A and C are the same, and then on a new line, it's going to print out is B equal to C? No. So it's going to print out B and C are not the same. That's crazy, right? Awesome. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do a else if statement. Oh no, that sounds tricky. It's pretty easy. So what we're going to do is, before our else is always going to be the last part of our selection, our conditionals. So what we're going to do is before else, we're going to write else if. And we're going to put another condition in parentheses. So let's do else if C, let's do else if A is equal to B. Then it'll print out B and A are the same. So let's run our code. Is it going to work? Well, it's going to work, but it's not going to print out our else if statement because B and A are not the same. It's going to print out A and C are the same. So yeah, it's not even going to go to it. So let's remove all this and write a new set of code. I know we're doing this a lot. So if C is less than 0, it's going to print out system.out.println C is negative. Else if C is greater than 0, it's going to print out that C is positive. And then if it's equal to 0, it's going to print out C is equal to 0. Because that's the only other thing that it could be. And we can have also multiple else if statements as well. So we could have 10 of them if we wanted to. But we always have to start with an if statement, and we don't have to always end with an else if or an else statement. Just FYI. So let's run our code. So is C less than 0? No. So is C greater than 0? Yes. So now I was going to print out C is positive. Great. Let's write another one. Oh no. Okay, here we go. If A is equal to B, print out that they are the same. A and B are the same. Now, else if A is not equal to B, then it's going to print out A and B are not the same. And we don't even have to have an else statement anymore. And remember, we're doing the no braces because it's a one-line selection. So what we can do is we could do a set of braces here. Else if braces, A and B are not the same, and then we can reassign B to equal to A. So that's pretty cool. So we can have multiple different things to happen with our if else statement. So now let's run our code. So we're going to say C is positive, and it's going to compare A and B, and they are not the same. So it's going to print out A and B are not the same. However, when we go to system.out.println and A is equal to B, it's going to say, what's it going to say? It's going to say true, because we reassigned B equals to A in our else if statement that did run. And it only ran because our if statement was false. If statements only run if they are true. So yeah, that's just something to note. Very, very cool. So that is 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4 are if, else, and else if statements. Yeah. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's free, and it really does help me out. I have more AP Computer Science videos if you want to go check those out. They're really, really helpful and all of that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.